Good evening and assalamu alaikum and welcome to the British Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration 2018. This is the 7th edition of this amazing publication. And you know what? It's great to see so many faces here tonight at this incredible venue, HMS President St. Catherine's Dock. Please give it up for BBPI. I'm Nadia Ali, your host for this evening. I've just been placed into this today, thanks to Aisha and Abdul. Now, just a little bit about BBPI. Those that don't know, now this is a platform to recognise the achievements within the British Bangladeshi community and to inspire the next generation. And I can see so many faces from so many different generations, and it's great that we're all here together to celebrate the success of the British Bangladeshis. Now, tonight, BBPI celebrates the greatest talents and most inspiring British Bangladeshi people from every walk of life, from fashion to finance, from technology to food, from entrepreneurs to philanthropists. Everything is here tonight. Now, we also come together tonight to mark a very important milestone in the journey of the British Bangladeshi community. And to help me out a little bit, to just give us a little bit more information about tonight, I'd like to call upon stage the man himself, the founder of British Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration. Give it up for Mr. Abdullah.
Thank you very much. Wow. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Can everyone hear me at the back? I can also hear you. Okay, Nadia, thank you very much for that warm welcome. You know what? We've got too many people from Manchester and they brought the rain with them. Iqbal Bhai, no, you're all very welcome to this amazing venue. First and foremost, I want to say a massive thank you to our amazing friends, the Royal Navy, particularly the HMS President, for allowing us to host this amazing venue this evening here. For those of you who are new, and particularly all our friends, thank you to LB24, which broadcasting this event around the world. You're watching, you're thinking, what is BBPI? Stands for British Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration. This is our 7th year we've been producing this list to inspire the next generation, to show our fellow countrymen what this small community of British Bangladeshis are doing to make Britain even greater. So stay with me for a few minutes. I'm going to go through a little bit of a history. The British Bangladeshi community, although Bangladesh was independent in 1971, and we celebrated on the 26th of March, the community itself has come to this country many, many years ago. You know, I don't just pick a venue every year. The Shard last year, those of you came, was swanky. We have a theme. We have a reason to choose the venue. Now, most of you know our forefathers came to this shore as merchant Navy officials or working in the docks. It was through Thames River, through the Tilbury docks, that they came to the shores of Britain. Hence why we are celebrating the 40 years of British Bangladeshi empowerment, and we've chose this venue. So there's a reason to it, there's history, and I hope tonight you'll be able to get the subtle reasons why we've chose the venue. 2018 is also a very special year. As I've mentioned, it's the 40th death anniversary of the first Bangladeshi to be murdered in the streets of London, Al-Tabali. It was that man's death which led the community to unite. It was that man's death which said to ourselves, our community, but the likes of my late father said, enough is enough. We are Bangladeshis, we're in Britain. We are British Bangladeshi. So I believe the word British Bangladeshi was, the birth of that was in 1978. And on the 4th of this May will be the 40th anniversary of Al-Tabali. Now I want to take a moment here and just give you a little bit of story. I grew up in Wapping, where you are. This is the area that Al-Tabali resided on the night of his death. It was also the local council election. And I spoke to the lady whose house Al-Tabali lived in, his cousin sister-in-law. I spoke to her on Saturday. And when I told her I was doing this event, there was almost a tears, but also a sense of joy that his death has not been forgotten by the next generation. Now, I want to take a little bit of your time to give you the scenario, what it was like for those of us who are young, were not aware of 78. It was a difficult time in Brick Lane, in East London, in Britain at large. The Bangladeshi community weren't welcome as tonight, weren't exactly appreciated for their hard work. They're a passive community who've come to the shore for a better life. They work extremely hard, but in the lowest paid jobs. They lived in the worst housing in the East End and beyond. But that tragic death of a young textile worker who came to this country seeking a better life made the community come together, made the community say, enough is enough. The community with the friends, Bangladeshis and non-Bangladeshis, together, after the tragic death of Al-Tabali, marched to Downing Street by Hyde Park and demanded the authorities take action. Authorities and establishment give due respect, equal right, better pay, better employment rights. That was the birth of the Bangladeshi empowerment, ladies and gentlemen, in 1978. 40 years on, the next generation of Bangladeshis, look amongst you. Tonight is a list of 100 new British Bangladeshi. But that journey of 40 years hasn't been easy, has also had difficulties. Many of you of my generation in the early 90s, Qudus Ali is a name some of us will remember. A young Bangladeshi, my year at school in Stepney Green, was also almost beaten to death in Stepney by racists. We as then youngsters took to the streets demanding better protection, demanding the police to take action, swift action. And ladies and gentlemen, only last year, tragically, on the month of Ramadan, we also lost another British Bangladeshi, Mr. Mukram Ali. And I'm pleased to say his daughter and his son-in-law are here with me, and we as a community stand united with that family. May I ask you to give a round of applause for that family? Thank you very much. 40 years on, the community is suffering in a new form, Islamophobia. It feels like we have turned round. We've gone back to 1978 in some respect. But having said that, we as a community are doing well. We as a community will be showcasing some of the brightest and the best in our community this evening. I'm standing at the Royal Navy's reserve. You know, the Bangladeshi community has a long history in the tri-service, in the armed forces. If you look back in history, the liberator, the commander of the Bangladeshi army, General Osmani, he served in the British Army. He served in Burma. And that man is now recognized with his name in a school in East London, in Tower Hamlet, which we campaign to keep. And it's a sign that the community will come together to protect and to retain our heritage that we so hard fought for in this country. That is a testament to the community working, still working together, still working hard. Last year was also a difficult year. There are tragedies in our country. The Westminster Bridge, Manchester Arena, London Bridge, and then the tragic event of Grenfell. We as a country, we came together. But also, I want to share with you this evening that the British Bangladeshi community played its part. You might not know this, but the first non-emergency respondents to Grenfell was young British Bangladeshi boys, men, who after a full day of fasting were driving past from an event. They had water in their vehicle because they were part of a break-in of the fast event. They ran to the scene with water and what else they had to aid the people running out of Grenfell. That is the testament of the young British Bangladeshi. But not only are we doing our bit here, we're doing it around the world. It's the young British Bangladeshi, some of you in this room, who have brought the plight of the Rohingya Muslim to the forefront of the world media. The genocide that is taking place in Rohingya. It is young people in this room who have brought this to their attention. My good friend Paul Scull is here, who was at the launch of the genocide report in Parliament by Rahima and her husband Mabru from Restless Bean, who are shining the torch for the people of Rohingya. "40 years ago, we lost Al-Tabali. Last year, we lost Mr. Makram Ali. But as a community, we stand united. As a community, we stand with our fellow countrymen, as British Bangladeshis, as British citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to finish off by saying, we remember our past struggle. We acknowledge how far we've come as a community. We hope for the future, and we look forward to the next 40 years. Thank you very much. I'm going to finish by asking those of you who've come to BBPI, you know we don't normally do this, but I think tonight I'm going to ask Shahini Alam to play a song which, to me, as a young Bangladeshi who lived and breathed what this tragedy of Altabali, who, as I said, only lived few minutes of walk from here in Wapping, the same building as a child that I grew up with, knowing about his history and seeing my late father and his generation through the struggle, I believe the song Shahini Alam is going to sing to you kind of echoes that journey of the British Bangladeshi and everyone who's ever suffered. Thank you very much. Shahini Alam.
Is it safe? Hi, everyone. We're going to be doing a song by the great Rabindranath Tagore. And this is to translate for anybody here who does not understand Bengali. The first lines of the song are if no one answers your call, then walk alone. And although he probably didn't know it at the time, what happened to Altabali in that park, that tragedy triggered a much greater participation and self-awareness amongst British Bangladeshis. So it is of course, an incredibly significant event. And this is to commemorate that event. Jodi tor dak shune keu না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি কেউ কথা না কয় ওরে ওরে ও অভাগা কেউ কথা না কয় যদি সবাই থাকে মুখ ফিরায়ে সবাই করে ভয় যদি সবাই থাকে মুখ ফিরায়ে সবাই করে ভয় তবে পরাণ খুলে ও তুই মুখ ফুটে তোর মনের কথা একলা বলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি সবাই ফিরে যায় ওরে ওরে ও অভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায় যদি গহন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায় যদি গহন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায় তবু পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি আলো না ধরে ওরে ওরে ও অভাগা আলো না ধরে যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধারে রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধারে রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে তবে বজ্রা নলে আপন বুকের পাজর জ্বালিয়ে দিয়ে একলা জলো রে তবু বজ্রা নলে আপন বুকের পাজর জ্বালিয়ে দিয়ে একলা জলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে
Thank you so much. What a powerful, powerful song. Thank you very much, Sahini, once again for Sahini Alam. Just want to take a minute to thank you, Abdul Bhai, for reminding us of the chilling and inspiring events of 1978. Now, as we remember what happened and the struggles of 40 years ago, we do look forward to seeing the 100 new names in the BBPI 2018 and celebrating the future potential that's in all of us here tonight. Now, I'd like you all to take a second to just look around and just to really appreciate where we are tonight and just take lots of pictures while you're here as well. But it's an amazing, amazing venue, the HMS President, the home of the Royal Naval Reserves in London, right here on the banks of the River Thames. Now, you will be allowed a bit later on to take a few pictures and explore the riverfront of this incredible venue and the stunning views of Tower Bridge and the London skyline. Now, when you do that, I request you all, just for a second, to think about our forefathers and what they would have seen when they sailed past, arriving in London for the first time on this river. Seafaring and the Navy is a part of our heritage, and as BBPI recognizes in every list, so is playing our part at the front line. Tonight, we are delighted to be working for the first time with the Royal Navy, Army, and Air Force. And to talk to us about this collaboration, please put your hands together and welcome on stage Commodore Duncan Lamb from the Royal Navy.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I think Abdul mentioned that those from Manchester had brought the rain. As you'll tell from my accent, I'm from Scotland, so stand by for the snow. Seriously, I'm delighted to welcome you to HMS President tonight on behalf of the Royal Navy, but also on behalf of the armed forces as well, with our Air Force and Army colleagues with us tonight. And also in the centre of the vibrant London Borough of Tower Hamlets. And as everybody has said so far, it's quite apt that the Royal Navy is hosting this prestigious event, given your history and the arrival of the first Bangladeshis on these shores by sea. And of course, in the 21st century, the sea remains pivotal to this island's prosperity, with 90% of world trade carried on the sea. So it's a huge privilege to join you to celebrate the range of talent and inspirational individuals within this community in London. And this celebration resonates with the ethos of the Naval Service as we seek to understand, develop, and nurture the talents of our personnel. As you encourage your community to flourish, we must do the same for the members of our team to get the best we possibly can out of them. As the ethnicity advocate for the Naval Service, I recognize the importance of diversity. It's crucial to the operational effectiveness of all of the armed forces. We exercise routinely every year with approximately 30 other navies, including NATO, EU, Commonwealth, and ad hoc coalitions. It is fundamental to being able to generate and deploy this operational capability that the Naval Service seeks to be representative of the society it serves. And the Ministry of Defence recognises that its people are the most important factor in fulfilling its mission to defend the United Kingdom. And I'm proud that the UK is a vibrant and diverse country that seeks to embrace a huge variety of people from a variety of backgrounds. And your community adds significantly to this rich tapestry of the nation. There's plenty of academic and practical evidence to support better performance from diverse teams, and the figures quoted is that ethnically diverse teams are 35% more likely to outperform their peers. And the Naval Service itself is proud to provide world-class training in a whole variety of careers within the Navy that can be more flexible than you might think around family life and changing circumstances. And this wide spectrum of professions includes engineering, electronics, aviation, navigation, medical, law, logistics, and of course, plain professional seafaring. And we all welcome a diverse range of religions and ethnic groups and can offer the resources and facilities that are appropriate. The Naval Service values its people and wants them to develop their potential. So I would like you to remember that we are your Naval Service. More broadly, we're your armed forces and your civil service.
Now I'd like to call upon stage someone that's been a long-term friend of the BBPI, the CEO of Thames Water, Steve Robertson.
I'm going to use the standing mic.
I like
apparently.
that.
It's,
That's a good call.
Yeah.
There you are.
We'll
CEO.
do a bit of rock and roll, maybe.
There we are.
Yeah?
Take it away.
A bit of rock and roll. Listen, thank you very much for giving me the chance to be here tonight. It's a real privilege. It was interesting hearing your stories, Abdul. You know, sometimes it's through struggle that we bring out the best of ourselves. And this is a community who has brought out the best. And when you sometimes have to struggle, it is also important to know you have friends. And I am privileged inside Thames Water to have some fantastic people who I am, delighted to count as my teammates who have come from this community and who are role models, not just, and they should be role models inside this community, but you need to understand they're role models for everybody inside my business. And the sense of partnership and friendship is incredibly important. And I think you're right to call out. This is a time where people need to stand up and be counted. It would be great to be saying there are no challenges left. It would be great to be saying we live in an environment where we can relax and step back. But the fact is, we do not. This is a time for those of us who believe in fairness, who believe in diversity, who value the amazing gifts which we bring to each other, and who value and care for and cherish the things we hold in common, but also the things which are different that we can enjoy about each other. This is a time where we need to stand up and be counted. And I am standing up and being counted with you. With you. So thank you. Thank you as a community. Thank you for the gift of your children. Thank you for the gift of your children. And thank you for giving me the chance to stand up here for a few moments and just share these thoughts with you. Everyone in Thames Water is going to stand strong with you, Abdul, and the Bangladeshi community here in London. And hopefully some of you folks in Manchester, come down. Maybe you could come and work in Thames Water. You're welcome here too. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Steve Robertson. Now, those of you that are looking for a job, go grab him right now. He's promised a job. Firstly, thank you to the noise police that are around here. I reckon my husband's one of them, probably going around telling everyone to shush. I promise you, there will be time to network. Please, 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 just be a bit patient with us so we can unveil the list. But before that, we do have a few more speakers. The next speaker is someone very, very special. She's the lady that's made things happen. She moves things, shakes things. She inspires, like, to another level. And she is the editor of BBPI and founding trustee of BBPI Foundation, none other than Aisha Qureshi.
Good evening, everybody. It's incredible to see you all here tonight. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
You want to use this one?
So we started BBPI in 2012 with actually some of you, I'm going to say, who are here in the room tonight with us. And it was our way of recognizing the achievements of our community in celebration of 40 years of Bangladeshi independence. So 7 years on, we keep going. Why do we keep going? Well, I think the answer is pretty simple, and it is all of you who are here in this room with us tonight. It's also all those people who are watching at home live on LB24 in your thousands. It is the hundreds of thousands who download from our website the publication every year. And with that level of support, I think we have no option but to do this every year, because there is so much talent in our community, and we need a way to channel it, to nurture it, and to recognize it. So that's why BBPI is here, and that's why we do what we do. This project has grown enormously, beyond our expectations. We never expected to do it beyond that first year. So we're often asked, how do you manage this? Those that know us know that we do lots of other things as well, and this is on top of our day jobs. So people ask us, how do you manage this every year? Well, the answer to that's pretty simple. We have the BBPI family. What is the BBPI family? Well, firstly, it's our judging panel. They are the ones who help us every year. They scour our networks, they make recommendations, they guide us throughout the year, they identify the exceptional talent, and it is them that turn a very long list into the 100 names that you see tonight, or you will see tonight. So thank you, Iqbal Wahab, Saeed Nahas Pasha, Nahida Rahman, John Newbegin, and Howard Dobar. A very special mention also tonight to our good friend, Mr. Nawab Uddin. He has been with us from the beginning, and thank you for your guidance. He's there at the front. He's also very kindly donated some books tonight that he has written on Al-Tabali, and they are dotted around the room, so please do take a look, and he's very happy to sign them if you would like. Next, the family includes our BBPI alumni. I am so pleased that tonight we have 100 new names on the list. And 90% of you are here in the room with us. And I think that shows the dedication of people wanting to get involved in the project. And I'm just so pleased about that. It also includes our wider friends and our network. And this is a growing body of people who every year they're willing and they're helping us to deliver on our ethos, not only of the list, but also of the BBPI Foundation. Another special thank you this year to Dr. Shafi, Sakira, Nazma, Rahima, Mabruk, the Champagne Group, Javed, Nusaiba, Zinat, Taz. All of you have helped throughout the year with mentoring, with going out and actually sharing and helping us to engage with the next generation. We have lots of plans coming up in terms of what we're going to be doing with the foundation. Some of you have already been in touch to say, what can I do? And there is plenty that you can do, and I will definitely be keeping you in the loop on that. The annual launch that we have has it's become the hottest ticket in town, it seems. You know, we are always inundated with people wanting to attend, and we always have a very select venue which has a capacity, and unfortunately we can't have everybody. But you know, it is down to an amazing team that make all of this work, that make the venue work, that made the food and the drinks that you enjoy work. The Chit Chat Chai cocktails, try saying that a few times over. They've already become legendary. Thank you, Tanya, wherever you are. And of course, the delicious food that you are enjoying and that you will enjoy. There is more food and drink to come. The team at Butlers, you have been incredible. You've been brilliant partners for us. Every year we have a theme, and you pick it up, you run with it, you deliver on taste, you deliver on presentation, you do an awesome job. Thank you very much. Also a quick thank you to our wider team, Maria London, Grand Moments, Ruful, Koyes, Khaled, Kabir, Meghna, LB24, Zach, Mashuda, Maz, Akik. All of you come together and you make the event work, and we don't underestimate the efforts that you put together for us. We're also very lucky this year to have the support of Sunnah Mosque and Waven, who have very kindly donated some gifts for you. So please do pick up your goodie bag before you go. Soon you are going to hold the BBPI 2018 in your hand. And I know that you are going to be wowed and awed by the talent that inside, but also by the publication itself. A massive thank you to our brand and design team, IDOCS. They put the dedication in that is second to none. They pay attention to detail, which goes above and beyond. And I have to say thank you, Rumal, Mons, Mo, and the rest of the IDOCS team. Really appreciate all of your effort. And you know it's not long now, but the proof will be in the room. When people see your work, you will understand why I'm making special mention of those guys. They really do pull it out every year. Finally, thank you to our sponsors, our partners, and our supporters. Without your support, we wouldn't be here. We couldn't be here. You put faith in us to deliver BBPI every year to this standard, and we thank you for the support that you show, not only to BBPI, but also to encouraging the talent, success, and the leadership that is in our community. So thank you very much, all of you, for attending and for your continued support. We really appreciate it. And as I said, there will be lots more time to network and enjoy, and hopefully I'll get to talk to some of you. But I'm going to hand back over to Nadia and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much. Aisha Qureshi makes noise. She makes it happen every year.
I think what you were saying earlier, I think everyone would say that I'm the brains, Abdul is the beauty. So those of you who don't know us yet, that's the introduction.
Thank you very much, Aisha Qureshi. Now, Aisha's absolutely right. You know, they do have limited space when it comes to BBPI every year. But guess what? It's very exclusive. And if you really want to show off, you can do that. All you've got to do is go follow them on their Facebook page and their Instagram, British Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration, or BBPI on Instagram. And we've got hashtags going around today, BBPI 100, British Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration, and Aisha and Abdul, if you can get the best selfie, so they're going to choose 10 top selfies in the next week to actually put on their Instagram page. So there's a little competition for you guys, so make sure you use the hashtag BBPI100. Now, are you guys ready for the most important part? Well, one of the most important part of this evening, the person of the year. Come on. Now, this is where someone gets awarded in recognition of their outstanding achievement or contribution in their field. And to announce the BBPI Person of the Year 2018, I'd like to welcome on stage someone that's super inspiring. She's an incredible woman. And can I please just fangirl, guys? She's honestly my inspiration, why I studied the bar, and I love her to like the moon and back. It is Sapnara Khatun. And if I could also have Mr. Abdullah back on stage with Sapnara Khatun, please. Where's Abdul gone? There you are. Were you putting your makeup on? There we are. Let's have you both back on stage.
God, I'm on stage with Her Honor Judge Shapnar. I feel a bit, those of you know me, you know, I'm an East Ender. I feel a bit threatened by a judge, sitting next to a judge. That's the closest I ever got to a judge. Anyway, over to you.
All right, thank you very much. And thank you all very much. And can I please start by offering my congratulations to the BBPI team, and in particular, Abdal and Aisha, for their visionary leadership of the BBPI initiative and the sheer hard work, determination and commitment that has gone into producing yet another spectacular list this year, and also for this evening's celebration. Can we have a round of applause for Abdal and Aisha? And my congratulations to all the inspirational and outstanding young talent featured in this year's list. It is a real privilege and a pleasure to be asked to introduce the BBPI Person of the Year 2018. The recipient of that award is Sir Akhlaq Chowdhury. I'll ask him to come up in a minute to address you. But first, if I may, I'd like to summarise his CV. I have to refer to this because I know that he will not. He is the most modest, unassuming man and never one for self-publicity. Having attended state schools and not content simply with graduating in physics from Glasgow University, Mr. Justice Chowdhury then went on to obtain a first-class honours degree in law from the University of London. Thereafter, he enjoyed a stellar career as a barrister for 25 years, having been called to the bar in 1992. He practiced from the leading set of chambers in London, 11 King's Bench Walk, specialising in employment and public law. He established a solid body of work, appearing in many important cases which feature in the law reports. And those also established significant developments in the law which impact on individuals, institutions and government, and so society as a whole. Apart from his practice in general, he was also appointed to the top tier of the Attorney General's panel of expert lawyers, called upon to advise and also to represent the government. He was appointed as a recorder of the Crown Court in 2009, sitting part-time as a judge in criminal cases. Further appointments followed at a breathless pace, becoming Queen's Counsel taking silk in 2015, followed by the post of Deputy High Court Judge in 2016, and then High Court Judge in 2017, which carries with it a knighthood and a responsibility to preside over some of the most serious and high-profile civil and criminal cases in the country. He is, in fact, on duty tonight and may receive an application for an urgent injunction, so he cannot stay too long. This is a surprise to him. He didn't know that he was going to get this award tonight, and all credit for the secrecy goes to his wife in large part. Now, each of those appointments to which I have referred were secured as a result of fierce competition, rigorous and demanding selection processes, and most importantly of all, on merit alone. I'm sure you will all agree that each appointment is outstanding in its own right. Collectively, they are really quite extraordinary. All of this he has achieved without compromising his identity as a Muslim man of Bangladeshi heritage. He has done it through his own hard work, but also with the support of his close and loving family. His mother, who is here this evening, his late father, who would have been even more proud of him than he already was, his brother, Zia, his sister, Firdousi, and of course, most importantly, his amazing wife, Lady Safina, she has kept the engine of his life running, and they are in fact due to celebrate their silver wedding anniversary this year. I know that his 3 talented and delightful children, Tassin, Amil and Suleiman, are the centre of his universe. Sir Akhlaq has also undertaken a tremendous amount of charitable work in his spare time, mentoring and encouraging others from disadvantaged backgrounds. Now, by now, some of you may be forgiven for thinking, well, this is all a bit worthy, a bit dry. He may actually be rather a dull fellow. Is there no chink in his armour? You may be asking yourself. Well, let me try and puncture that. There is the fact that Sir Akhlaq has also played bass guitar in a rock band, sometimes flirting with the heavy metal genre. More worryingly, you may think, he has been known to frequent gigs featuring 80s pop music. Reflecting his upbringing in Scotland, I can reveal that he has been instrumental in the creation of the resplendent red and green hues of the McBungla kilt, which he sometimes models with not inconsiderable flair and pride. Seriously, though, this appointment places Mr. Justice Chowdhury in a role where he doesn't just apply the law, but in our common law jurisdiction, he will sometimes be making the law. Symbolically, his appointment is so very important. I remember the murder of Al-Tabali and how the community in unison asked, who killed Al-Tabali? Because we just could not accept that there was not proper investigation and prosecution of those who were responsible. Now, challenges remain for our community, but let us pause to reflect on the positive this evening. How far this British Bangladeshi community has come from the anguish and frustration of experiences as recipients of profound injustices to becoming now dispensers of justice. On a personal note, Akhlaq has been a kind, generous and loyal friend to me. We first met aged 10 and we were jointly 100 last year in April. He has been an unstinting source of support and I value his friendship enormously. Like all of us, I am immensely proud of him and have rejoiced in all of his achievements. This award is for power and inspiration, and Sir Akhlaq certainly fulfills that criteria and more. There is no more worthy recipient of this year's award. Congratulations, Akhlaq. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Sir Akhlaq Chowdhury.
Well, he receives the award. I just want to echo a couple of things. I met this man in the early 90s when I was a fellow governor at Tower College. He turned up to the first meeting in this beautiful pinstripe suit. I said, there's a trend here. There's 3 Scottish men on stage today. He's a third. So he spoke to me in Bangla with a Scottish accent. I thought, oh my God. And then, this is a real barrister, not the ones who have the names before. They introduced themselves as barrister so-and-so. He was very modest, just said, I'm Akhlaq. So, Sir Akhlaq, it's with great pleasure, after 22 years, as a friend, as a mentor, as an elder brother, you are the BBPI Person of the Year. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. This genuinely is a surprise. because everyone's been saying the list is new this year. It's all young people, the new generation. So I thought, great, that's me out of the running, because I'm definitely one of the older generation. I did have a little speech ready, but not for me, because I didn't think it was going to be for me. Safina got me here saying I have to present an award. So I'm going to try and adapt that speech, which I was going to use as an award-giving speech to somebody else, and try and use it for my situation. So forgive me if it doesn't go quite right. Thank you to Abdal and Aisha. This fantastic celebration of British Bangladeshi power and inspiration is a real fixture in the Bangladeshi calendar. It has been running now for 7 years. It's the must-go-to event for the Bangladeshi community. And people eagerly await the list each year. And why do they do that? Because it does exactly what it sets out to achieve. It inspires, it celebrates, and it acknowledges who we are. It's a celebration of all that is great in the Bangladeshi community, from the hardworking and entrepreneurial business sector, through the thousands working tirelessly to help others, through those carving out a unique identity in the world of arts and culture, to those who are achieving new heights in the professional world. It also inspires. There's nothing more inspirational and motivational for youngsters than to see others in their own image achieving great heights. It says to them in a very direct way, if they can do that, then so can I. But the list is also an acknowledgement. It's an acknowledgement of who we are and where we came from, that we stand on the shoulders of previous generations who fought against poverty, exclusion, and discrimination to carve out a life in this country and to make it better than it ever was before. And it's poignant that this is the 40th anniversary of the murder of Altab Ali, and it's a poignant reminder to us of how important it is to come together as a community to achieve the great things that we can. Thank you, Abdal and Aisha, for recognizing the importance of celebrating, inspiring, and acknowledging, and for all the hard work that you do each year to make this event a success. Now it's the improvisational bit. Thank you to my dear mum, my Amma, who's here today, and to my late father. They were part of that initial generation who came to this country with very little and who carved out a life for themselves. My father was actually in the Merchant Navy when he came to this country, landed in Plymouth Docks. So this is a very fitting place to celebrate the achievements of this new generation. I also want to thank Sapnara, who made the award. It means so much more that the award is announced by her. She's been a dear friend for 40 years, and she's been an inspiration and a leader in the Bangladeshi community in more ways than I can ever say. Finally, I'd like to thank, it can only be one person, which is my dear wife, Safina, and also my family, because without them, none of this means anything at all. Thank you all very much. I thank you also, I should say, to all those whose names are about to be announced on the list. I share the list with them, but it's their achievements which are to be celebrated tonight. Thank you all very much.
Person of the Year 2018, Sir Akhlaq Chowdhury. And if I could also request Judge Sapnara Khatun and Aisha Qureshi and Abdullah to join the stage to take a picture. There's power on the stage, guys. Give it up for BBPI 2018. Thank you so much. Please give it up for the Person of the Year 2018 once more. Very, very deserving. Now, I know there's... let me grab your attention again. I know everyone's super excited for the publication, and I know the books have been going around, but if I could please unveil this year's list. Ladies and gentlemen, 2018. Make some noise! A big, big congratulations to everybody that has been listed. The new 100 names for the BBPI 2018. Well done. It's very well deserving. And here's the list. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please grab your attention? There is dinner being served in the second room, so please make your way there. The 100 people that have been listed, can I please request you all to stay in this room for a photo session? The 100 that have been listed in the publication, can I please request you all to stay in this room?
Okay, good evening. Hello, everyone. More food and drink is coming. Can I please call upon all the 100 people who are on the list this year and our judges to come to the front?
Not yet. Okay, Abdullah, leave presenting to me, please. Can I ask you to leave the stage? Thank you. Come on, give him a round of applause for that, though. Leave my job to me, please. Okay, there's a little surprise for you. This is why I've asked you to leave. So if I ask you to go and stand next to your beautiful wife, and if I could ask you all to please put your hands together and welcome, once again, Sahini Alam.
Thank you, Nadia. Now, the reason we're coming back here is actually because the BBPI family and Aisha would like to present a little surprise for the person who's brought us all here tonight. So, if you could please give it up for Abdullah, whose birthday it is today. And for Abdul's birthday, from Aisha and the entire BBPI family, we're just going to do a little bit of what I really hope is his favorite song, unless I've been misinformed. So here's a little bit of a song which we hope Abdul will like. আমার সোনার ময়না পাখি কোন দোষেতে গেল উইড়া রে দিয়া মোরে ফাঁকি রে আমার সোনার ময়না পাখি সোনা বরণ পাখিরে আমার কাজল বরণ আঁখি দিবানিশি মনে চায় রে বান্ধা তোরে রাখি রে আমার সোনার ময়না পাখি যাইবা যদি নিঠুর পাখি ভাষাই আমর আঁখি যাইবা যদি নিঠুর পাখি ভাষাই আমর আঁখি এ জীবন যাবার কাল রে পাখি রে হে জীবন যাবার কাল রে একবার যেন দেখি রে আমার সোনার ময়না পাখি কুন্দ সে হেতে গেল উইড়া রে দিয়া মোরে ফাঁকি রে আমার সোনার ময়না পাখি আমার সোনার ময়না পাখি আমার সোনার ময়না পাখি
Everyone's chatting. It's really not. No, it's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending tonight. I'm Nadia Ali, your host for this evening. It's been great being a part of this evening. And if I could please request you all to go to the second room for dinner and drinks. That's the second room for dinner and drinks. And if I could please request the 100 people that have been on the list to come to the front. The 100 people that have been listed to come to the front. The 100 people that have been listed in front of the stage. Yep, in front of me, not on top of the stage. In front of the stage. I'm important. In front of the stage. That's it, kids. Stand there. Stand there. That's it. The 100 people, if I could please request you all to come to the front of the stage for a photo session. Why are you... 100 people. Are they coming on stage? Okay, there we are. And if I could also request the representatives of the Royal Navy, the Air Force, and the Army to also make their way to the front for a photo session. That's the 100 people that have been listed and the representatives from the Royal Navy, the Army, and the Air Force to please make their way to the front. Thank you. Oh, and can I please have Aisha and Abdal here?
proud that our younger generation are doing better than expected.
You've been a supporter of BBPI for a while.
Yes, I have been one of the judge from the beginning, and every year the list is going stronger and stronger. This year list is something exceptional because only focused on the younger generation rather than older and younger generation. And these are the people of our future generation who will maybe 10 years times we would see they're in even top position in the country.
So are you going to be staying the rest of the evening to enjoy it?
Yes, I'm going to stay, till midnight. As I say, the founder Abdullah's birthday is today, and my birthday is tomorrow after 12 o'clock. So
Double celebration.
thank you. We'll be celebrating after 12 o'clock.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Justice Chowdhury. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm very proud and honoured to be given this award by BBPI. My thanks to Abdal and Aisha for organising such a wonderful event.
Person of the Year. How are you feeling? Just summing up, how are you feeling?
I feel very proud. I have to remember all the people that have helped me get where I am. My mother, my father, my family, my wife, and all those people who've come before me.
And can you say a few inspiring words for the next generation?
Well, I think always aim high, work hard, and never stop believing in yourself. You never know what might happen.
Thank you and congratulations. So, Brother Tufail, how are you feeling?
I'm good. It's been an amazing event. Inspiring, absolutely. Seeing so many people that have made such an impact on our community in the UK, and them being recognised, I think is so important. We need role models for the future, and we have them in the Bangladeshi community. This is a community that has great history, great culture, especially here in London, and it's wonderful that we're seeing it celebrating. That's why we are so proud to be the sponsors, the charity sponsors for the Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration.
Yes, please tell me a bit about that. I was about to ask you that. Your support for BBPI through Islamic Relief.
Well, look, for us, we work in 40 countries across the world. Bangladesh is one of our main countries of operation. We have a massive operation, a very innovative office there. But it's not just about abroad. We also do projects here in the UK, and this really is a part of our objective to try and inspire our community, but especially our next generation. And I think that the next generation need role models. We have so many of them. So many of them do great, inspiring work, but it doesn't get seen. They work in pockets. They work in silos. And events like this help to recognize those people and help to bring it to the fore and help to inspire the next generation. And that is why we felt it was important to sponsor this event.
Before you go, just a few inspirational words to the next generation.
Okay, have a vision. I think that's very important. Have a vision of what you want to achieve. Then make dua to Allah. And then work your socks off and then believe. That's it. Simple as that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.